Welcome to the Global Athletics Weekly podcast, a production of Making of Champions, Nigeria's leading sports media and management company.
Hey athletics fans, we're back with a fresh episode of Global Athletics Weekly where we bring you the latest happenings in the world of track and field. This is actually the second episode of our show, and I am your host, Yemi Olus. Joining me today are my fellow sports writers, Chris and Fumi.
Hello.
Hello.
So Chris and Fumi, a lot happened over the weekend in the world of track and field, and we're going to start with the first Diamond League meeting, which took place in Doha. Last year, we can remember that 2015 was regarded as the year of the jumps, courtesy of Chris Tentelo and Pedro Pichardo in the men's triple jump. We saw a similar thing play out in Doha this time around, between, of course, Catherine Ibarguen in the women's triple jump and newly crowned world indoor gold medalist in the triple jump, Yolima Rojas. What do you have to say about this emerging rivalry, Chris? Do you think 2016 will also be a year of the jumps, but this time around in the women's event?
Well, the thing is, probably why Taylor didn't have much to jump or give us much to talk about was because Pichardo was not in Doha. So it's possible that we didn't see them jumping 18 meters like they did last year. And coming to the women's category now, Yolima and Catherine, they really lit up the arena. They had good jumps. I mean, there was a point Rojas was leading, and Ibarguen needed to, up her own game to be in the contest. She did 14 meters, and Rojas did two personal bests before Rojas came in her fifth attempt rather to jump 15.04. Whether this is going to be between Rojas and Ibarguen is quite early because one can't write off Ripakova, so. But it's good that Rojas is giving Ibarguen a stiff contest. So, I mean, it is something we could look forward to.
Okay, Fumi, who do you expect to benefit more from this rivalry? Is it Catherine, who will probably now be pushed to better her personal best, or Rojas herself, as an up-and-coming athlete?
Catherine said before the Doha Diamond League started that she's really looking forward to set the world record, to beat the world record this year. But I feel that since maybe the reason she's not been able to do that for the past few years is because she has not seen someone to up her game to that level. But now that Yolima is in the scene now, she might just be in for it. So I think Catherine will benefit more, considering she wants to go for the world record. And she has been unbeaten for 2 years or 3 years now.
Yeah, to add to that, Ibarguen coming into Doha had 31 victories consecutively, and the victory at Doha made it 32. And she had not really had this kind of challenger before. Last year it was just she would need to show up and win, but this time around she worked really hard for it. Yolima Rojas was pushing her all the way. At some point, she was leading, and everybody were all cheering Ibarguen. We need you to do something big, and she's like a big performer on the big stage. You know how she thrills people with her celebratory antics and all that, clapping, doing that. And she pushed herself in the fifth attempt to get that 15.04. If she's going to really win gold this year at the Olympics, she might need to do 15.5, or even maybe do the unthinkable, go to 16 meters.
Yeah, of course, we know that Olympic gold medal is the medal she's actually been waiting for. So we'll see how it goes, as the rest of the season progresses. In Doha, we also saw a number of very good performances. A number of meeting records were set, like in the men's 200 meters, where we had a meeting record. Ameer Webb won with, the second fastest time in the world.
It's not being called the Rising Star, US Star now. That's what it's been called.
Fumi, did you see
Rising
that
Star, 1989. Yes. He was born 1989. Can you say someone? Rising Star.
But you didn't know.
Just getting to know about him now. So
yeah, so
it still counts.
You didn't know who.
Prior to that race, everybody were all looking forward to Ogunode, Alonso Edwards. Yeah, Ogunode did not even finish second. Where he finished third. Alonso had to push himself to dip in ahead of Ogunode. Ameer Webb did well. The way he finished was spectacular. He's going to be the top guy in the 200 meters. By my own reckoning, 1985 is quite big.
Well, he set some of the fastest times in the world this year. I mean, Fumi, do you think Gatlin has a reason to be scared?
Of course, he does. If you check the race, the Doha race, if you watch the race again, you'll see that Webb finished strongly. Like, he still had more to give. He had more energy in him. So if he had been pushed and he had someone that was running beside him, like shoulder to shoulder, you might have seen him drop his time. So Gatlin might be in for a surprise this year. He has to really. Now, before this year, we were thinking about, okay, Gatlin and Bolt, that Bolt only had. Gatlin only had Bolt to worry about. But we went in the scene in the 200 meters. Gatlin has a lot to do. Like, he has
Depending
to be
on who is
on
going to run the 200 too. I mean, if Usain Bolt is going to do the double, 100 and 200.
That's what I'm talking about. Before it was Bolt, Gatlin, Bolt. But now there's a
Let's
Webb.
talk about Alonso Jobodwana. He's a world bronze medalist. I mean,
well, we've not seen him this year. We don't know his form. That was last year, he ran 1985, and that was in the World Champs final. So let's see what he has to offer at the beginning.
1985. Jobodwana 1987 last year.
Jobodwana did 1985 in the final of the World Champs. Now, if Webb should get to the final of Olympics, you have to give your all, your A game. So you might see Webb coming down, dropping that time, 1985. Like I said earlier on, he finished strongly. Like he finished as if, I'm just jogging.
Like 250 meters.
Yes, you understand what I'm saying? So imagine if it was an Olympic final or a major championship final. Imagine what he would have done.
Well, I hope he's not a flash in the pan.
Well,
I don't think so.
Time will tell. But like Fumi said, at the last episode of this show, 2016 is the year of the unexpected. It might just go anyway. Yeah. And, well, we'll see how it goes. But we also saw a world lead, in the women's 100 meters in Doha. Tori Bowie equaled her PB of 2014, which she ran in Monaco in 2014. She ran a world lead then, too, of 10.80 seconds, which she repeated in Doha. The 100 meters is scorching this year. What do you guys see happening?
Let me go first. If you can remember last week, I said, our first episode, I said, I'm really looking forward to the women's 100 meters. Now, it's as if Tori Bowie heard me, or I don't know. But so you can see, imagine what happened. Okay, we're looking at meet record in the 10.92. Okay, fine, they'll do a 10.9 or something. And wow, Tori Bowie came forward to do a 10.80. Tori Bowie didn't start, it didn't have a good start. She had to catch up with shippers and the rest of the crew. And imagine 10.80 just like that, equaling her PB this early of the season. So I'm thinking that shippers has to be on her toes, Shelly-Ann has to be on her toes, Maurielle Ahoure, Blessing Okagbare, and so.
Okay, but quickly going to the IAAF World Challenge in Kingston, Jamaica, we saw another scorching time in the women's 100 meters where Ellen Thompson ran a time of 10.71 seconds, even though it was wind aided. But what does that tell us about the 100 meters this year?
For me, do you want to take that? Because you were gushing about Ellen Thompson before we came on set. Yeah, go on.
Ellen Thompson, Jamaica, Shelly-Ann Fraser Prize. I don't know how Jamaica does it, but they are really. Thompson last year she did a personal best. If I'm right, she ran a 10.8, high 10.8. I'm not sure, but now she has done a 10.7 which shows that fine with the right wind, she can do a 10.80 conveniently. Thompson is just up on the game. We saw last year, we thought that, it's just a flash in the pan. But now she has come to say, men, I'm not here to joke. I'm here to take whatever is at stake. I'm here to compete with the best, and I'm here to give you guys the best time. So Thompson is just in for it.
Chris, what time do you expect to see the winner of the 100 meters at the Olympics run?
I've heard our boss, and other people say that he expects the winner of the women's 100 meters at the Olympics to at least do a 10.6. But I don't know, maybe I'm not trying to be a spoil sport or anything. But the thing is, I think he's going to be 10.7.
Why?
I think it's going to be 10.7. Yeah, we have so much expectation. We think they can do 10.6, but I don't think they can do it this year. It's my own
supporting him. No, okay. Shelly-Ann ran 10.74 last year to win the world champs. And she said before that championship that she wanted to come in for a PB, for a new PB. And Shelly-Ann currently has 10.70. So for her, knowing that there's Ellen Thompson in the scene now, there's Shippers, there's Tori Bowie, there's Ahoure, she has to defend her title. She has to go for a 10.6 at most. I thought about this. I said at the beginning of the year, I said, if we are going to say the world, the Olympic champion in the women's 100 meters, the Olympic champion has to do a 10.6, and we might be in for it. We might just see it happen. So I think I'm not going to support 10.7, but I'm going to go the line of 10.6 also. Okay,
let's talk about another 100 meters race, which took place over the weekend, but the times weren't as fast. That's talking about the IAAF World Challenge in Kawasaki, where our own girl, Blessing Okagbare, was in action, running her first 100 meters race of the season with a season's best of 11.30. Then Kawasaki, finishing second behind Tiana Bartoletta, who won double there, the long jump and the 100 meters. What does this portend, for Blessing? 11.30 in her first race.
Well, truth be said, the stakes are higher, and she needs to run very well to be able to at least get to the finals of the Olympics like she did in 2012. 11.30, yeah, we can say it is her first 100 meters race of the year. So I still expect more from her, and I think in subsequent races before the Olympics, we should be able to see her do a better time. For me, why are you smiling?
I was just thinking probably she's trying to play safe like Usain Bolt did last year and had to keep it for the finals before he brought out his 10.
Oh, that's a thought.
So maybe Blessing is trying to play safe and just keep it. Last year she was given the highest number of Diamond League races that ahead of Usain Bolt.
Guinness.
Guinness. So now she doesn't want the Guinness book. She wants the gold medal. So she's trying to play safe. Everybody's trying to play safe now and be smart. So maybe that's what's up with Blessing.
Okay, if we were to give an opinion, what event do you think she should go for or concentrate in 2016 ahead of the Rio Olympics?
100 meters. For me, I think, 100, 200 long jump. Which one would you go for? Or which one do I suggest Blessing goes for? 100 meters for me.
For me, what of you?
I have to choose out of three.
Is it like a must I have to choose?
No, just which would you prefer that she concentrates in?
Long jump.
Okay. Being her first love?
Her first love and her speed. She has a personal best of 10.79, 10.80. If I remember correctly, Choma Ajua, the African record holder, said if Blessing, former African record holder in the long jump, she said if Blessing can maintain and be consistent in the long jump with her speed, she has a better chance of breaking her record and doing very well.
Breaking a record of 7 meters.
7.12.
And she needs 7 meters. Whose record?
No, I mean Choma Ajuwan's African record.
Blessing's personal best is 7.0, and she needs to.
Don't forget that when Blessing,
that's why I don't want her to do long jump.
When Blessing said,
there is Lorraine Eugene. These guys are very good. These guys, they've done over 7 meters.
That's what I'm saying. When Blessing did 7 meters, she was into 3 events. But now, if she's to concentrate on just the long jump, imagine what she can do.
When was the last time she did 7.0?
That was the world champs in 2013.
That's about 3 years ago. And you think she's going to do 7
I'm saying with her speed.
All right.
Well, that's a decision only Blessing herself can take. But we definitely wish her the very best in 2016. Okay, our best performer over the weekend was none other than the national record holder in the men's shot put, Stephen Mosier. He competed at the Kentucky Relays, where he improved on his outdoor NR, erasing the former mark of 20.55 meters to 20.73 meters. I mean, Mosier has been in top form this year. Don't you think so, Fumi?
Yes, he has, and I think he's going to do more this year, considering that the Olympics is still coming. So we should expect more from Mosier as time goes on.
Chris, do you see Mosier as a championship athlete? What do you hope he does in Rio?
I see him as one, not really championship, but I expect him to get close to 21, or maybe even match his indoor record of 21.11. So if he can do that, he is going to get close to a medal position.
It's been a long time Nigeria won a medal in the throws, so it'll be nice to see him do that at the international stage.
And for me, let me correct you. See, Jobodwana ran a personal best of 1987. We've done some fact checking now.
My bad, I'm sorry.
Yes, so I mean, I think it's going to run in 1904. Well, that's being optimistic.
Too optimistic, actually.
Yeah, but I think he can still beat Ameer Webb. Yeah.
You think?
I think so.
Oh, hopefully, we'll get to see him run in the Diamond League soon.
You're listening to the Global Athletics Weekly podcast. Global Athletics Weekly is a Making of Champions production.
Hi guys, I'm Jesse Onomiwo, and this is the Diamond Race segment of the Global Athletics Weekly. I'm pleased to announce to you that the Diamond Race contest is back. After last week's edition of the Doha Diamond League, we kicked off with the MOC League. Now you might be wondering what the Fantasy Diamond Race is. The Fantasy Diamond Race is just like the fantasy football, but this is just an athletic version of it. There are 40 players in the MOC League at the moment, and I would like to remind you that every week we give out airtime on a weekly basis to the top 3 that come out after every meet. But at the end of the overall Diamond Race, we give out fabulous prizes. You can check out the winners of last year's edition on makingofchamps.com. Also in the MOC League, we have a team of players from Making of Champions. And Yemi and Chris were tops last year. Yemi, I know that you were the best performer last year, but I don't know, in this first edition of the race contest this year, Fumi seems to have come out of the blocks to take over from you guys. What happened?
Well, this is just the first meeting. 13 more to go, so a lot can still happen.
Early days, Fumi, stop shaking your head.
The Diamond Fantasy Race is a marathon, not a sprint. So,
I mean, that was how Fumi started last year. Last year, she was leading everybody, and after 2 meets, she waited away.
Excuse me. Last year, I missed the Shanghai meet, and that really put me down.
How are you so sure you're going to miss this?
No, this won't happen this year. And this year, I told you, I said, I'm in this year for my season best and my personal best. So I'm here to set records this year.
Oh, please.
Forget it, you are not coming back. You are not coming back. I'm staying top and I'm staying on my...
Okay, I'm going to sing Drake's song, started from the bottom. I'm going to climb up the ladder like that steadily.
Have you heard the other just says, you stay on top? I'm going to be on top. I'm not relishing my position to anyone.
Anyway, the name of my team is Pace Setters, so we'll set the pace.
The name of my team is Speed Star, so we keep speeding to the top.
You don't want to know about the name of my own team.
I hear you. But Yemi, what do you think you would have done differently to, this past meet?
Oh, I would have picked Ameer Webb. He should have been my captain since he ran a meeting record. I also missed out on picking on Tori Bowie, who also ran a meeting record there. So, I mean, that's what I would have done better.
Chris,
and you wouldn't have picked Lashon Merritt?
Yeah, I would have left him out. I mean, there was no MR from him.
That would have made it 3 Americans for you.
I wouldn't have picked Merritt. I would have left him. Picked Tori Bowie and Ameer Webb.
For me, I got it wrong by picking Susanna Hejinova. I mean, she disappointed me by not turning up for the event. I don't know what happened. I also picked Molineto, Katrina, some of these names I don't really even know. And I picked them, and at the end of the day, it's just early days. We are still learning. Yeah, we'll make amendments.
I think we should be looking forward to the next meet. But what should we be looking forward to? Who are the big names, coming to the next meet in Shanghai?
Oh man, there are a lot of exciting races to look forward to in Shanghai. Top on the list is the women's 200 meters, where Shelly-Ann will be making her first appearance outdoors. Apart from the pen relays. I'm
looking forward to that.
Yeah, so Fraser will be going against Maurielle Ahoure and Veronica Campbell, amongst others. But then the men's 100 meters is also one to watch out for. Justin Gatlin is back to the Diamond League.
I hope he actually runs.
Oh, of course. He was in Kawasaki over the weekend where he opened with 10.02 seconds. Okay. But I think he's going to run his first sub-10 in Shanghai, and he'll be going against Femi Ogunode, Mike Rogers, and a host of others. So he might actually do a sub-10 there.
For me, I'm looking forward to the men's 400 meters hurdles. I'm looking forward to seeing Nicholas Betts, go up against Beshon Jackson and other guys. I just hope that his good medal that he I would want to see how he's going to fare against these guys.
Okay, so if you've not been part of the MOC League, especially in the first edition, you have another opportunity to join in because there are still 13 more meets. So if you want to be a part of this, visit www.fantasydiamondrace.com, register. You can get the details on how to join the MOC League on makingofchamps.com.
Global Athletics Weekly is a Making of Champions production. For all the latest athletic stories, go to makingofchamps.com and follow us on social media at Making of Champs on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, and YouTube.